Luke, here we are, Premier League debut. Can you quite believe this is all happening?
No. But ever since the World Championships, my manager pulled me to one side and said, "Do you want to do it?" I said, "Why not? May never happen again, so let's just get the opportunity, let's grab it and take it while we can."
You're playing with 7 of the world's best players right now, and 17-year-old you. Is this a real pinch yourself moment so early in your career?
Well, like the guy said in the other room, I've already beat 5 of them over the past 2 weeks, so I know that I can beat anyone when I'm on it, but I also know that the other 7 guys are going to be on it every week.
When you look at that, the fact you've already beaten them, does it give you so much confidence ahead of this 16-week campaign?
Like I said to them, going over to Bahrain and then Bosch, it gives me extra confidence. Obviously, I've beat Gezi twice, beat Van Gerwen in the final, lost to Van Gerwen in the final, beat Nathan. But like I said, it's just given me a confidence boost because I know how to beat them.
You touched on that final, obviously, in Den Bosch. Did you learn so much from that defeat, though?
It was just one of them. It went leg by leg, and then at the end I went off 180. Mike comes back at me with a 180, and then I hit a sloppy score to leave a 170. Didn't take the 170, missed the ball, and that's what Michael does to you. He'll press you, and then he'll do the job on you. But I went back to the room and seen average 106, like 18, 140 plus. So I was like, overall, if I'm losing games with 100 average, never mind a 106, I'm happy.
We're seeing you posting these huge averages, and you're still developing this young career. How good do you think you can be?
Don't even know. I know that my game right now, obviously you've seen it, I just said lost with 106 over 14, 15 legs, and this is only first 6, which that's also, whenever I do practice at home, it's always best of 11 because I know the Pro Tours and the Euro Tour stuff's going to be best of 11.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Luke, you've already won a TV title, you've already hit a 9 darter so early in your PDC career. Have you had to reset your goals at all, given what you've achieved?
I've not spoke to anyone, even myself, parents, about any goals. I just take whatever's next and can only beat what's in front of you.
How has life changed for you since the World Championship? How are you finding like being recognised when you go out and about and that sort of thing?
It's what it is. It's what happens when you get to a world final at such a young age. You're going to get spotted, but you just have to get used to it. Get used to all you guys as well.
You mentioned you've already beaten 5 of your 7 Premier League rivals. How much of a boost and confidence boost for you has that World Series been?
It's given me a massive confidence boost. Obviously, if the PDC didn't invite me to them too, then I would have probably had to actually practice at home. But I've been in, obviously played one weekend, went home, back to it another weekend, and then now I'm back down here for another weekend. So it's just, don't really need to practice in between. I just, when I get a day off, I'll chill.
We saw you last week at Carrington meeting the Man United squad. How was that experience for you?
It's just crazy, obviously, to see my idols and been watching for a very long time now, so it's just good to get the opportunity.
Were you more nervous throwing darts in front of them than you were for the World Final?
Yeah. Thank you.
Luke, when you went into the World Championship, you said you just want to win your first couple of matches. Coming into a tournament now, has your expectation of what you're going to do changed at all? Do you think about, instead of just one match now, do you think, well, I can get to a final now?
Well, this is what the Premier League format is. You've got to win 3 games to win the night, win the extra money, and obviously get the extra bonus, whatever, how many points you get. But I know if you win a game, you got a point, and then it's 2, and then it's 3 and 5. But it's all about, I think you've got to start off pretty strong. You can't be going the first few weeks losing, and then you're like 6 points off the top 4. So that's what I've got to think to myself. You've got to gain loads of points within every week.
As a 16-year-old Luke, what were you doing last year on the first night of the Premier League? What did you watch on TV?
Probably, I don't even remember what I was doing. But everyone knows I watch darts. I'll always watch whatever competition I'm not playing in, but most of it now I'm playing in. Thank you.
Luke, early on in the World Championship, I asked you if you thought about the Premier League, and you said the PDC will probably keep you out of it because of the schedule. But you are in it now, so how will you manage that with the Pro Tours and also the Euro Tour qualifiers? Is that something that you thought about?
It's just, that's how the calendar plans out. obviously Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursday Premier League, Euro Tour if I do qualify for them. But this is what I signed up for, a busy schedule all year long.
On the flip side of that though, does you playing that much darts mean that when you head into these tournaments that you've got that match practice that perhaps other people haven't? So could that be an advantage when you head into these qualifiers and the pro tours, knowing that you're playing more than what the other people are?
It's literally all I base it off, because we're playing all week long, or I've been playing on a Saturday, Sunday, I'll go home for 2 days and I won't pick a dart up till I go to the venue for whatever tournament's next. I'll go 2-3 hours early and that's when I get my practice in.
And after the game against Christie, in case a lot of people were asking you if you were better than Michael van Gerwen was at 16 years old, well, are you better at 16 or now 17 than what Michael van Gerwen is now today? You beat him in Bahrain and you lost with 106 average in the bush.
I don't actually think about it. I know what I'd done as a 16-year-old and a 15-year-old when I played at Lakeside. Obviously won WDF tournaments, won a load of youth events, and last year came onto the scene on the development tour. So that's a question that people are going to keep asking and I don't know how to answer.
Well, you answer it with your doubts. Cheers, Luke. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Luke, how do you stop yourself getting carried away with everything at the moment? It must be tough to keep your feet on the ground given everything that's gone on in the last few weeks.
That's who I am. I just keep myself to myself, like Gezi said before on Talksport. He's a good lad, he just keeps himself to himself, like sometimes Gezi even keeps himself to himself. But that's what I do. I put my AirPods in, do my practice, whatever routines I do, and sit back down and go on stage.
What would you be doing now if you weren't playing darts?
Probably still asleep. Then I wake up later on, watch the Premier League and go back to bed.
And what's the most surreal thing that's happened to you in the last few weeks away from the sport?
It's just the amount of days I've got off to chill. That's the main part. Like when I was going to the airport for Bahrain, I said to me, "Mum, I just want 10-20 weeks off, please." But the schedule is just crazy. But I know when I get a day or two off, then I just make the most of it. Thank you.
Luke, what's it like being here in Cardiff for the Premier League? Have you been to Wales and played darts before?
Been to Pontins for the WDF event, but no, that's it. I've never been out to Cardiff actually.
And how are you liking Cardiff? You've been since Tuesday. Have you had a chance to go see the city at all or anything yet?
No, not yet. I come to this beautiful rugby ground, but no, it's just I've always said once I get into the venue, finish doing all this stuff, but once I'm actually in the venue, that's when I'm in the zone.
Thank you.
Look, I know one thing that surprises people about you is how calm you are under pressure, and you sort of keep elevating your game every time people ask questions of you. Is that something you quite enjoy? Is proving people wrong?
I've seen quite a few people saying, will the pressure get to him? But like I said, I just do what I do best, and throw my darts in the board.
And your darts definitely does the talking.
Okay, Joe?
Just a quick one. You probably saw Luke Humphries' comments to Sky about you practising and how like come back to bite you. Are you phased by that at all? Have you been practising, or do you think you do your practising in your competitions?
I don't really want to practice at home, because once I get a day off, I don't want to be spending hours and hours on the board, so I just spend hours and hours on my Xbox instead.
It's obviously a lot of weeks to play. Is there a particular venue or week that you're earmarking that you particularly look forward to, or more of your friends will be able to come to?
It's just I can't wait to play in every of them. I think pretty much every arena is bigger than the Ali Pally, but I am looking forward to Manchester. Dave, in Manchester. I think I've got Michael van Gerwen in Manchester, so I'm really looking forward to that one.
Do you think the format will suit you, Luke? You know, you play well in your quarter, building momentum. Do you think that will suit your sort of style of play?
I know what's in line this week. Obviously, I'm on last, and then I think I will be first semi. I'm pretty sure, but that's what I like most. I like coming off and then going back on, just like Bahrain and then Bosch. I would come off 5-10 minutes, pull up, and you're back on.
Bye.